What's the routing number? What's your bank account? I'm depositing my portion into you. You've bought, or the opposite. Yeah, I know Katie would have to buy her out. Oh, forget that.
Katie would have to buy her out.
But maybe she'll just give Katie a parting gift. Like, just take the damn fucking sandwich shop.
Well, they could find another investor. But you're right. I mean, because historically, I'm not in the restaurant business. It's a business I would never want to be in because I've known a lot of people in it, but it's very hard to make money. And so I would imagine of all the things coming up, probably the sandwich shop will make the least amount of money. You know what I mean? Which also is hard because that pulls away your priority. It's just, I think you nailed it. And by the way, can I just say, because I do think throughout this whole past like 2 or 3 months, I've never been a big Ariana stan.
Me either.
But I want to add to what you were saying about all the interviews she did. You know what else I thought was good? Because like you said, she was just so collected and well-spoken. But there's something very, what I appreciate about her is she's not, unfortunately, I feel like with Nene and Kim Zolciak and a lot of these women, they almost become caricatures of themselves or of what we want them to be. And Wendy will, like, they almost become so over the top. It's like, I don't know, a little bit foolish. But you know what I appreciate about Ariana, and I could see her on a panel like The Talk or something like that, is she really seems to stay who she is, which is kind of like sweet girl next door. She, she's not really like abrasive in your face. I liked how she just sort of seemed just who she was, like she doesn't seem like a lot of the fame and all this. She does seem to stick to her story of being heartbroken. And this is what, she is and who she is. But I will say one more thing.
Well, I was going to say, I like know what you're going to say, and I'll just say this for a second. That's why when she says like, no, like I'm not filming with them. Again, for $900,000, 800, like trust me, Ariana is not Mother Teresa. We all have a price, but I do believe her, right? Like I believe she's like, no, these people really wronged me. This is not a reality TV show. This is my actual life. I have no interest in filming with these people. And I think, listen, I've always said, I think because they're younger, it's a different generation. It's more influencer-ish. I believe there's more natural integrity. Just the generations of
really, they're not that young.
Well, I don't even know. No, they're not. 40. But if you compare it to like the thing, like that is younger. Like it's not the Zolciak, it's not the Ramona. I feel like there is more of this with that generation of Vanderpump. Like, no, I just don't want to do this. Trust me, I told you, I've like hired people to work for me, and I feel like I'm paying you, but I feel like I work for you. Like, oh, I didn't speak to you properly today, so now you might quit on me. Well, that doesn't work with me because I'm a fucking animal. But like, do you know what I mean? There is more of this with a generation.
I know what you mean.
Like,
it's why I don't have interns.
Right. It's more of a, so I feel like when Ariana says like, no, I'm really not working with these two people. This was my life and it's been ruined and I'm rebuilding. I kind of believe her.
No, I do. I do. There's not what I appreciate about her is there isn't a desperation. Unfortunately, with a lot of these housewives, the desperation is so it's so evident. And it's just like we're used to seeing that, I think, a lot more from television. Even like I enjoy a lot of Bethany Frankel's hot takes, but there's lots of times this seems like so desperate, when it's like, you don't need to be, So I appreciate that about her. Now, I will say, and I want to know your thoughts, because Ariana came out and said she's very offended by people like myself who question if this was a whole faked, fabricated thing.
I knew you were going to say this. That's where I knew you were going here.
Well, I will tell you from the finale, I don't think it's staged anymore. I don't think it's fake. I do think it's real. But I will say, I understand it's her real life and I have empathy, but I do think you can't be that shocked that we think, because this is Hollywood. And I do still stand by, I think it is oddly coincidental. I believe a season that would have the show canceled, that we just happen to have this thing that caught fire. I mean, they have incredible luck, all of them. I want to be with Lisa Vanderpump and rub her. Lisa can. I mean, they have incredible luck. This was, nobody cared. And then the whole world cares, So I do think, I get where she's coming from, pain, but I do think that she has to understand. I mean, I can see how a lot of people thought this was staged. The timing is unbelievable. And we know in Hollywood, lots of things are staged. Kim Kardashian's flower bomb. You know, there's a lot of rumors. I think Adam Levine was flower bombed at some point, and that was allegedly fake. Lots of things in Hollywood are staged. Lots of reality show things.
I've been sniffing around Timothy Chalamet with Kylie and Bad Bunny with Kendall, which, by the way, Bad Bunny and Kendall, guess what? You got me. I think I was wrong. I think it's real. But it took me a minute to get there. I'm like, come on. But now Chalamet and Kylie, really? Where's that? Where is that gone? I agree with you. I don't think Ariana should be so offended with you, Sarah. I don't think she should be it's not the strangest thing to say. Listen, a lot of people still think this was set up in general. I mean, it's a lot to set up, guys. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot
to keep it secret.
I never thought it was set up. I just let you go and let you have your moment. But she shouldn't be offended. No. I'm really not that offended. But that's the whole, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I can't help it. She was at the White House. I really think she's leaving. I do. What was I going to tell you? Then, there's the rumors that Raquel has not been seen because she's pregnant. I don't know, guys. And they say that that's coming out at the finale. I mean, at the reunion by the time we're done. I don't think so. I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. I think that's crazy. And Lisa got flack for sticking up for Tom. I mean, she's known him forever. I don't think that's a big deal.
No, I don't either. I mean, and I'm sorry, I don't know. Again, when Tom was hyperventilating, I think two things can be true. I think what Ariana says is correct. I think Tom loves it. I don't think it matters if it's negative or positive. I think Tom loves the attention, loves it, loves that people are showing up to his shows, yelling at him or not. He's taking his shirt off and he's a star.
You're buying a ticket.
We're buying a ticket. But I do think there was some real moments. I mean, I think Tom, whether it was for Schwartz or his own life or whatever, realized he fucked up. And I hate seeing people so much in pain, and maybe hopefully he had a moment of realizing how hurtful it was to Ariana and everybody else in their lives. But I did think that was a really sad moment. And I don't even care about what people think about Lisa. I mean, why is she going to turn her back on any of them? She's business partners with them all. She's known him for a decade plus. I mean, that's bananas.
A decade plus. Her and her new boyfriend went to Daniel. I mean, listen, I don't know how rich this guy is. She could afford it. She makes a salary. I'm not saying it's like they went on a 365-day trip around the world, but like Daniel is like a top expensive New York City restaurant. It's conservative. It's on the Upper East Side. It's great, but I'm just saying, like, you can see the hey, it's Ariana. You gotta find a way to get her in. It's like she's at that status. Like, we're not finding up. We're not getting Sheena Shea can get into lots of places. I'm not picking on Sheena, but I mean, it's Daniel. You know what I mean? So it's like, this isn't LA. This is the Upper East Side. They're not like, they're like, who